Welcome to Fashionably Broke.
I'm kidding, don't use that.
Just wear whatever the hell you want.
Literally just...
We're living on a McDonald's budget.
Just because you're broke doesn't mean you have to dress like it.
Welcome back, everybody, to your Wednesday highlight. I don't know. I can't think of anything to say. I always say, like, welcome back to your favorite podcast. But episode 94 of Fashionably Broke. And I feel like we have a lot of really good topics to cover. And, like, a lot of, like, catch up to kind of go over. So I think that we should just go ahead and get into it because we don't want a 3-hour-long episode.
Yeah, this one we do have like a lot of good things written down, but I feel like a lot of them we'll just like touch on and then like move along.
Yeah. Also, I just need to put it out there. This is an apology to everybody, including you, Kassidy. I have been slacking on socials. Fully slacking.
I was like, for what?
Literally Friday, like meant to post like a whole bunch of videos, just totally. By the time I was like, okay, I actually have a second, I was like,
right,
I actually have a
midnight.
second. I'm like, I actually have a second. So I'm slacking and I am working to do better. I'm taking this weekend too to like get my life together. So
heck yeah.
Socials will hopefully pick up. If you don't follow us, go ahead and hit that follow on Instagram, TikTok, subscribe on YouTube. You can find us at Fashionably Broke Pod. It should pop up if you just type in Fashionably Broke. So, yeah, make sure to give us a follow because I'm gonna get better. I'm gonna do better. I will be better.
Hell yeah. I know our YouTube got a lot of good views this weekend.
Hell yeah.
We did some shorts on there, and we got a lot of good views. So
Hell yeah.
Check us out on YouTube. I always like going on YouTube and like watching the podcast.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just makes me feel like more personable with them. It's like, oh my God, like I know you. And yeah, sorry for the way I look right now if you are watching on YouTube, but you know, it is what it is sometimes.
It is what it is.
Sometimes you get me looking amazing and sometimes you get me looking like this.
Yeah, I mean, the YouTube's seen the same outfits over and over and over from me. So I like literally,
Me as well.
I was wearing this sweater. I think I've worn this sweater every single week. And I'm like,
No, you haven't.
the sweater I wore to work today. I think I wear it once a week. And I was like, I need to knock it off. Like, I need to, like, get this out of the rotation because it has been a weekly thing. It's just, like, an oversized sweater. I'm like, honestly, it's just the easiest thing to throw on.
Throw on and get out the door.
Yes.
Yeah.
Compare it with anything.
No, I feel that. Yeah.
Yeah. I have not been trying at all. But that's okay. That's okay.
It's okay.
It's fine.
You know, some weeks are better than others.
Yeah. And this is definitely not the best week, but that's okay. No, actually, it's a fine week. But, okay, anywho, I'm just going to keep blabbering. So, Kassidy, tell me your highs and lows. We can recap. I feel like you were, like, busy. I feel like you had, like, your good own, like, personal agenda, and you were, like, getting it.
Yeah. I was about to say, this weekend, it was kind of just fun for me. I honestly just, like, shopped around and, like, splurged on myself a little bit. Got some new denim. I've been, like, trying to find denim for myself because everyone's like, Abercrombie. Tried the Abercrombie. Like, have some of those jeans. I hate them on me. They just do not flatter me literally in any way. Yes, I hate the way they look on me. So I splurged on my denim because I feel like sometimes, like, that's a good thing to, like, splurge on. Denim will last you and, like, yeah, you'll wear it all the freaking time. So yeah, I kind of just had a chill weekend, shopping, doing whatever I wanted to do. On Saturday or on Friday, me and Kristen grabbed dinner and then just went to like a hotel bar to get drinks. So that was fun. But I mean, the rest of the weekend was pretty chill. Didn't really do much. I'd say my high is like shopping, getting stuff for myself. That's always fun. And then my Friendsgiving is coming up. I'm starting to get everything together for that. And my low, I don't really think I have a low. I've just been
good.
like, yeah, doing my own thing. Just I don't know. It's kind of been nice to just like do my own thing and like go shopping by myself, browsing by myself. Like I probably went into like 20 plus stores just like browsing, looking around,
That's, like,
listening
fun.
to my podcast and my, headphones and just
Wait, you shop around with headphones?
like one AirPod in. I sure do.
Really?
I have to. What do you mean? I don't know.
Really?
I don't think people realize how much of a podcast person I am. Like, if I'm just at home making dinner, like, I'll have an AirPod in, like, listening to a podcast.
Yeah,
like, that's just my thing.
I'm constantly listening, either to podcasts or just, like, YouTube videos. Like, all of the people that, like, do vlogs. But, like, to me, a vlog is still almost like a podcast. Like, as long as there's talking, like, I need talking.
Yeah, so yes, I am probably that like Gen Z person who has like headphones walking around. But my thing is, I'm like, I'll only put like one headphone in so I can like hear like when people are talking to me or like just my surroundings, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was my weekend. Highs and lows. Don't really have a low, but I'm excited to hear about your freaking weekend because it looked like the time of your life. I'm so mad I didn't just like say screw it and go. Like, ugh.
Yeah.
I want to know every detail.
We got the band back together. And
literally.
It was fun. It like honestly, I never thought that I would ever say these words or like these words would ever come out of my mouth. It makes me miss Baton Rouge so much.
Really?
So much. Because like it's one of those things where it's like, okay, obviously, like, I live in Nashville now, and I have friends, but, like, Nashville is huge compared to, like, when I lived in Baton Rouge.
Right.
And, like, even compared to, like, not Austin, but, like, Cedar Park, where, like, we went to high school, where even if I didn't know everyone or, like, a lot of people, it's like I hung out with people that knew a lot of other people. So then it was, like, you're just constantly, like, being introduced to someone new. Right. Or, like, just, like, know who, like, the people, who people are. Right. So, like, it's such a different experience, like, going, like, living here, because it's, like, I don't know anyone. I really don't. Like, I don't know a single person. And, like, I'm still, like, I know my way around, but, like, only to certain places. Obviously not the entire city, but, like, I get to Baton Rouge, I know everywhere I'm going. I know so many people. Like, it's just nice, It's like,
just home. It's, like, it feels good to, like, be familiar.
Yeah, like, it's nice. It's nice to, like, literally just walk outside or, like, go somewhere and it's, like, you see 20 people that you know. Like, it is, I missed it because I used to be like, oh, I don't want to walk into a place and see 20 people I know sometimes. But, like, it's been a long time.
Sometimes it is amazing.
Sometimes it's pretty freaking nice. It was literally so much fun, even though LSU lost.
By a lot?
Yes. We got, like, obliterated. Obliterated. Man. The weather was shitty, but, like, it was just so much fun. But then, too, like, my friends and I, like, we all haven't gotten together in a really long time. Like, yes, my birthday, but then even, like, Olivia couldn't make it. So, like, Olivia was here, and it was just so much fun. Like, we were all on a different level. Like, it was a blast. So I feel like I don't even have any highs and lows other than just, like, a high. It was so much fun, but, like, I miss it. More so of, like, I guess, like, stories, because it was, like, a crazy wild time. So, I flew out of Nashville super late. So my original flight was for, like, 10:35, and it got pushed back to, like, 11:40.
Shut up.
11:40, and I flew into New Orleans, not Baton Rouge, because Baton Rouge, like, literally only American Airlines flies there, and every flight is, like, $800. So, sorry, not doing that. So, I landed at, like, 1:30, and then I still had to, get picked up and then drive an hour.
Yeah.
To Baton Rouge, like 45 minutes to an hour. So, got in super late, like, literally 2:30. Of course, I can't, like, go to sleep without taking a shower after being at the airport. Like, that's disgusting.
100%.
So, like, took a shower, like, finally got into bed, whatever. Woke up next day, like, got ready. The weather was disgusting.
Like raining or like what?
It was raining, but like I truly forgot how humid. How humid it was. Like it is. Just like disgusting. Thick, disgusting air. And I literally was talking to everyone. I was like, I don't know how like we did this. I mean, obviously I still have friends that live there, but I'm like, I completely forgot. Like it's humid in Austin, but when I left Nashville, I had like a long sleeve shirt on and 2 jackets. It wasn't that cold, but like it was pretty cold.
Yeah. Then you get there and you're
wore
like,
2 jackets.
Get this off me.
Wore 2 jackets the entire time on the plane. I was even cold on the plane, okay? Got off, walked outside. Immediately, I had to put down my stuff and, like, take off my jacket because I was dying.
Yeah.
It's
no, I don't doubt it.
Disgusting. But, yeah, no, so it was raining. It, like, rained pretty much, like, all evening on Saturday. But for, like, luckily for a majority of the tailgating, it didn't rain. It just was, like, muggy. Or, like, it would sprinkle off and on. So we kind of lucked out with that. But, you know, we literally walked all over campus. Like, I don't even know how many steps we walked. All I know is by the end of the night. And, like, I was wearing shoes that are very well broken in.
Yeah.
My feet swollen, like, so swollen, like, hurt so bad. Because, I mean, we went from, like, 11 to 2 a.m. No sitting. Forgot to eat for a little portion of the day. But no, it was so much fun. I don't even know where to begin. I mean, just basically ran into so many people that, like, I knew, met so many new people this weekend. Met the Queen of Sparkles herself.
Really?
Yeah, we went to the Queen of Sparkles tailgate because Jana works for her and works for Queen of Sparkles, so I got to meet her. And her tailgate was bougie as hell and so much fun. Literally had fake AstroTurf, like she is literally right in front of the stadium. Fake AstroTurf, like sparkly tables, disco balls hanging. It was great.
Did you get pictures?
Dude, when I tell you, like, we were like fully, it was like we would all like separate and then like come back together, and it was like we're seeing this person, like we were all over the place. Like we barely got any pictures at all. Like we got a lot of pictures, but like majority of them really shouldn't see like the light of day at all.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Great memes, but they really shouldn't be out in the world. And I mean, yeah, so then I didn't go to the game because, number one, it was raining. Also, I don't know. Sometimes I just, like, get bored. Like, I don't know what it is.
Yeah, for sure.
Get bored. So we didn't go. We went straight to Fred's. Well, we ended up, good old Fred's. God, I love Fred's. But since we've been gone, and because it's become so popular, it's, like, turned into a lot of the other SEC bars where, like, the cover goes extremely high, which is like, it used to never be like that. So, you know, we're all like, what is happening? But it's so worth it. So we ended up like paying a pretty penny for cover, but we got into the VIP section for free.
So how does that happen? Did you just walk in? Did you know somebody?
Knew someone. Okay. So Emily's friend Mikey, who like I met for the first time, but like they've been friends for a really long time. He is just super,
can we just stop
super
right
well
there?
connected.
Emily can get into VIP
anywhere she goes. Anywhere she goes.
Anywhere.
Anywhere she goes. I'm sorry. She is one person that, like...
Yeah.
If you go out with her, like, you're going to end up just having the time of your life.
Time of your life. In Nashville, when we all went out, oh my God.
So much fun. So it's just every time, like, we're with her, I mean, number one, she's just so gorgeous. Like, and she's also just, like, not afraid to, like, ask. Like, she will, when we were in Vegas, like, we tried to get into Live. We couldn't get in, but, because they were, like, over capacity, like, could not let anyone in. Yeah. And she just, like, walked straight up. She was like, so, like, are there any tables that need more people? Like, can me and my friends, like, she just, like, will go and ask. No,
yeah,
but
that's how you have to do it. And half the time, more than half the time, they're going to be like, yeah, come on.
But, like, I do have to say, like, sometimes you do have to be strategic about, like, who's going to go ask. If I'm with Emily,
100%.
Emily will ask every single, like, she has to ask. She has to. No one really has ever said no.
Right.
No, but we, like, ended up going to the bar with, like, him and his friends. So he just ended up getting us wristbands. Well, then we had, like, more friends coming. We were just sneaking people in VIP all night long. Like, we would look at someone that, like, looked like they were about to, like, literally leave. Like, we would see people, like, pull up Uber, and we're like, hey, can we have your wristband? Like, can you slide it off your hand? And we would just go, like, pass them out to our friends. Like,
yeah.
Even if they, like, ripped it off, we were like, okay, who has chewing gum? We were, like, chewing gum to stick it on people's wrists. Like, it was
That is hilarious.
Insane.
That's fun. That's awesome.
Yeah, insane. Ended up in the same section as Livy Dunn.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so we just partied all night long, pretty much. I swear I don't think I watched, like, 10 minutes of the game. It went by so fast, but...
The game's besides the point. It's honestly like the tailgate and hanging out with friends. That's all that really matters.
It really was so much fun. Like, I want to do it all over again.
Yeah, and I will be attending this time.
Yeah, it's been a year since, like, I literally went, like, a year ago to, like, this last weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Last year, I think, for the Alabama game. And, you know, I hadn't been gone from Baton Rouge that long. But, like, literally going after it's been pretty much, like, a year. Like, fully experiencing, like, Baton Rouge. Like, I've been in between then, but, like, not for anything, like, crazy. Just, like, either, like, passing through or whatnot. And I hate to say it, but I just, like, it literally makes me be like, holy crap, thank God I went to LSU. Like, it is just such a great time. Like, everyone's so nice, too. Like, I miss it.
Yeah, no, I would go back to college in a heartbeat. Literally in a heartbeat.
I miss it. And one day you have to experience an LSU game day because it is, like, it's insane. It's truly insane.
Yeah, no, I'm there. Next time I'm actually freaking coming because, like, I was having FOMO all weekend. I saw y'all posting I obviously follow, like, all your friends, and all weekend I was just like, oh my God, why am I not there? Why am I not there? Why am I not there? Like,
it was a blast.
But your outfit looked amazing. I'm so glad it came in time. That was a little bit of a...
That was stressful. That was very, 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 very stressful.
Yes.
But thank God she came in. And yeah, I'm trying to think of anything else. Oh my God, I do have a funny story.
Yes.
So it's about a man.
Okay.
That I can't name publicly on the podcast. But a long, long time ago, pre-Morgan, there was this person that... he gets around. That's the thing. He gets around, but, like, you know, him and I talking, not even talking, Snapchatting, whatever, flirting, of course.
Do I know who you're talking about?
Yeah, you do. He now is sort of ish, somewhat. Yes. He is a male influencer now, pretty much, basically. Reality star. I don't know what to say. This is just the funniest thing ever because honestly, I kind of felt savage as hell. But the whole time, like, you and I have talked about this. Like, this guy will Snapchat me still. He very well knows I have a boyfriend, you know, but he Snapchats me a lot, constantly, almost. Mm-hmm. It'll be like, okay, he'll, like, Snapchat me a bunch. Obviously, I don't respond, or, like, I'll respond to, like, a few, just, like, being funny or whatever. And then, like, don't respond. And then it's, like, a couple days. Then he'll just, like, keep trying. Anywho, he is, like, Snapchatting me while we're in Fred's. Literally in the same vicinity. Like, same area. He is, like, 5 people over from me. Snapchatting me. And he ends up, like, messaging me. And he was like, oh, I think I just saw your boyfriend. I don't think he didn't look too happy. I don't think he likes me very much. I deadass respond, he doesn't know who you are.
Dumbass. But hey, want to come on the pod?
I'm like, not a clue who you are, sweetheart. Like, because
Right.
it's, you know, and so
You're really just not that important.
his ego got so hurt, and he's messaging back, and he's like, oh, yeah, I mean, I was just trying to be funny, like, LOL. And I'm like,
yeah, I'm sure.
dude, it's fine. It's fine. It is what it is. And I just thought
I
it
was trying to be funny, okay.
I thought it was the funniest thing ever. I thought
Yeah.
I was pretty damn funny. We were all cracking up because he was literally right there, and I'm like, he doesn't even know
And
who you are.
didn't even, like, come up and say hi or anything? It was just...
No, messaged me the next day, and is like, oh, sorry, I didn't like come say hi to you.
I had so many people to say hi
No,
to.
he was like,
ran out of time.
I was on a different level, and I was like, I don't think that you were. Me and my friends, though, we were. We were. People were probably looking at us like, who the hell are we? But I feel like we ran that area because we were the only ones having fun.
Hell yeah. No, it looked so much fun. So can't wait to attend the next Louisiana event. Not even a game, just like an event in general.
Yeah, I know. Honestly, I'm like counting down the days till I go back. So
what are you going back for?
I don't know. So Lily is putting on Fort Cancer this year. Like she is in charge ahead of it.
Right.
So I know that they have like a good few events like leading up to like their main event. That is in May. So I think I'm going to try to make a few or at least one or so. I know she has one coming up in December, but I don't know if it's during the week or not. If it's during the week, obviously I can't go, but I don't know.
Right.
I just like want like a trip. Like I want to like, you know, go hang out because I really don't think since I've moved, I don't think I've been back to Baton Rouge with like out Morgan, like just girls. So I'm like, I want like a just girls trip. Like I want to like hang out with the girls. So that's the plan.
Fun. Well, can't wait to join that one because I'm one of the girls.
Yeah, but it was a fun weekend. And yeah, I'm exhausted.
Okay. No, yeah, I can only freaking imagine. It only took you like 12 hours to reply to my "Are you alive?" And I was like, yeah, she's fine. I said she's fine. I'm just not even going to worry about it.
Yeah. But I do have to say that I surprisingly wasn't as hungover as like I thought I would be.
That's good. That's good because that's always the worst time. It's like, God, I regret literally everything I just did.
And like the past few times, like, oh my God, there was one when I went to the Tennessee game. Oh my God. That was the worst hangover I think I've ever had in my entire life. I was literally sitting in the passenger seat, and it's Chattanooga or Knoxville's like 3 hours away ish, 2 hours. I don't know. I was literally sitting there wanting to cry because I was like, I'm dying. Like, I think I need to go to the hospital.
No.
So I was like, thank God that I was not. I mean, I was just tired. So it made that drive a little bit easier, even though I didn't drive. So
there you go.
But yeah, anywho, we can move on from that.
Well, I'm excited to get into this next topic. I know anyone and everyone is freaking talking about it. It's the Brie and Zach Bryan drama, how he, tried to get her to sign an NDA and pay her off with like $12 million over the course of 3 years. And I mean, it is just a crazy freaking scenario that I feel like even today I'm still trying to process of like, is this actually freaking real? Like this is insane.
It's actually insane. It really is like actually so insane. And God, it just like really pisses me off because he does make great music and I just like really don't want to listen to it.
Yeah, no, I agree. And he like came out with 2 new songs and I was like, God, I don't even want to give him the listen. But I was like, I want to listen to them. Like, I want to hear what he has
Did you listen? I did.
Yeah, I did. I did.
I'm kidding.
I only listened once. He was not getting more streams than that. But it's just, it takes you back to reality within like social media kinda, because yeah, there was a time where I was like, like I'm really not a big fan of Brie anymore. Like I really liked her, and then she started dating Zach, and then the whole like Grace thing got weird and awkward. No one knew what was really happening. And I'm just like, damn, like it makes me realize that like social media is totally just like an like other universe that you're
I mean,
in.
like, you just like really don't know what is actually happening. You only know like what they are sharing. Like they have a full life behind closed doors, and like you only really truly get like a snapshot of it. And I mean, like, it is so sad that like she was, but I mean, she does say that like, people close to her like did kind of know like what was happening, but like I feel so bad, because I mean, as they said in like the BFF podcast, it's just like she literally took shit. She took so much shit. Everyone hating her when it like wasn't her. Like it was, yes, it was her, but it was like she was just in such an awful place, and like just being treated awfully, and just like totally in like a completely different mental space, headspace, like literally not herself. And she was just taking it from literally all angles, obviously, like taking it in her personal life from Zach. Obviously it did cause things with her friends, her and Grace. She talks about it, that like it was because of him that they've been going through this weird time. Everyone else hating on her, sending her hate. So like I can't even imagine like what she really truly was like going through and thinking when she was getting shit from all sides.
Yeah, and the fact that like she would literally stand up for him and like flat out lie about things just to stand up for him, and just to keep, the like lie going for him, and like to double down on it. And she's like, the way I protected that man, and like he doesn't even have the decency to like tell me bye or like give me a hug goodbye. Like he didn't do any of that. He just freaking walked out and said, pack your bags, like I won't be here when you're home, because she was on tour when like all of this was freaking happening. And it's just, it is absolutely insane. But I'm just so glad she has like all of Barstool like in her corner, because at the end of the day, Barstool was ride or die for their employees. Like you mess with one of them, like you mess with all of them. And I just like love seeing everyone like come together and like support her, and
sticking up for her, and just like having her back. Like it's such a like a good, it's like it really is such a nice and good thing to see.
Did you finish all of the podcast of BFFs?
Yeah, I watched the whole thing.
Yeah, like that was just like, it kind of just like warmed my heart how like they like let her talk, and then also like backed her up, or like validated her feelings, or being like, Dave was like, I'll freaking pay for the car right now, like if that's what he freaking wants, like get him off your back kind of thing. And I just, I've always loved Dave, but I swear, as the months, even the months go by, not even years, as the months go by, I love him more and more and more.
Well, I'm sad because they're stopping the podcast in the new year.
I know. So I also get it from like their perspective.
I get it, but I also don't.
And like Dave's perspective, like like you are getting older, and I also think like everyone has just like been through the ringer in that show. And like, what do you expect if you have a drama podcast where you air out everyone's dirty laundry? Like you can only expect to like get that in return. Like I can only imagine like how much shit they get on the side, or how much like they get talked about. But I'm like, this is such a huge podcast. How do you just like
let it go?
Give it up. Like, have we thought about like switching some people around, getting Dave out, getting, a younger person in?
But I feel like what makes a podcast is like the three of their dynamics, that like, I don't think it would be worth switching like Dave with someone else. I truly don't think it would be like the same at all.
No, and I agree to an extent with that. And it also just makes me wonder like what all, I mean, obviously they have all different things like going on for themselves, but like Brie, she hasn't posted a podcast in a month on Plan B. She hasn't posted like anything. And like I understand why, but I'm like, are you going to go back into that with Grace? Is that podcast just over? Is BFFs over? So like Josh doesn't have a podcast he's on now. And I'm just like, what is happening? Like, I wonder how much money they make off this podcast to be like, yeah, we're going to be done and over with. Or if there's going to be like more coming from it.
I mean, but the thing is like they also have so many other businesses that they're in. Like, Josh doesn't have to do anything on social media, honestly, because he does investments, he does consulting, like all of that on the back end, producing, and like, I think that Brie will always have, like, I think Brie will always have a podcast. Like, that's kind of like ish how she started. Obviously, she is still on social media. I mean, I think that her and Grace took a break too because they also were on tour. So it's like a lot of podcasts do take a good break, especially in between seasons. I mean, Dave has a whole company, so like he's good. So I feel like on that aspect, like they have so much going on. I think it's either like the three of them continue, or like obviously they just don't have BFFs anymore. But I just think that it's I think it's one of Barstool's like most successful podcasts. It's really one of the only ones that I listen to through Barstool anymore. Just because it's like fun, easy to listen.
I think it just brings like so many different like groups into the podcast.
And that's why I feel like they can't really do it. But I have been questioning this forever. Is Josh employed by Barstool?
What do you mean?
Like, is he a Barstool employee? I don't think he is.
I think you have to be a part of a Barstool podcast, for sure. You're getting paid by Barstool, so you would have to be.
I just wonder if they're like, they have him contracted out, like, in tax terms. Because I don't think that he's, like, technically an employee of Barstool.
I don't know.
But I've literally always thought about that. I've always thought about it. Because I don't think that he is.
Why do you say he's not?
I just, like, because he's not involved with Barstool in any other ways. So like I feel like with Barstool, a lot of the people, like, they have to do something within Barstool as well, or like be present, like they have to make so many appearances. Like, I think it's all in their contract. And so I don't know, when they like talk about like Barstool in general, like Josh doesn't really have much input, or he's like, oh yeah, it's been like cool to like see it. But I really don't think that he's an employee there.
See, I would think he would have to be. I think he just has different terms because, like, almost everyone, give or take, maybe not everyone, the podcast I listen to, they're either based out of New York or Chicago, and he just lives in LA. Yeah. So he's not, like, going to all of that stuff. He's not going in Austin.
Public information.
In Austin, in office for all of that. But I think Dave and Josh just like always really hit it off. So I feel like Dave's like, yeah, don't worry about it kind of thing. I feel like they have a very like chill dynamic. Yeah. But I mean, yeah, the thing is, if this like podcast is over and he is an employee of Barstool, like he's not anymore because he's not incorporated with Barstool at all.
Yeah. I'm like trying to look it up.
But the diss track Dave and Josh came out with, that was freaking amazing, and it
so
was
good. I'm pissed that it keeps getting taken off.
I know. I think they made a new one that like can like stay up and like
freaking better.
Doesn't like what is it called?
Break any copyright.
Yeah, break any copyright rules. But I'm just so glad they came out with that. And I cannot believe how many views the podcast got. Like, I knew it was going to be, like, one of their top podcasts. I knew that for a fact. But, like, BFFs average, like, I'd say, like, 150 to 250,000 views, like, a week average. And this one has I'm pretty sure over 3 million.
I was going to say, Morgan doesn't listen to it, but he listened to that specific episode because, like, he wanted to know what happened. So, like, they're definitely reaching an audience that, like, doesn't listen to them. because I mean, Zach Bryan is a huge name, and just like everything that's kind of come out about it, people are probably like, what the hell? Like, what is happening? Like, what happened? Like, why is it such a big deal? So that's probably
and
why.
it's just crazy how like Zach is just trying to act so casual, like carrying on with his everyday life.
I feel bad for his team that works for him. But also I'm kind of disgusted by his team that works for him. That like
the amount of like secrets you would have to keep, or like just keep trying to defend him, and like the amount of people he's blocked from Barstool. Like Tommy Smokes got blocked, and it's like, dude, grow up.
Well,
like, are you gonna block everyone?
I think he's just mentally insane.
Oh, well, that's a given. There's no that's a proven fact.
Insane.
Yeah, so we wish the best for Brie. I'm sorry I ever said I didn't like you because you were changing, because it seems like you were going through your own hell. So love you, girl. I'm glad that you did not sign the NDA.
I'm glad you're out.
Yeah, but that is a huge like F you to Zach for not signing that, and like that is some willpower. I mean, $12 million for anyone is life-changing money. Like
it is 100%. But one conversation I've had so much, if you look up Zach Bryan's net worth, it's only 10. So
okay,
she would never see that money. She would probably see like maybe $1 million, like she would probably see some money, but nowhere close to 12 mil, because I bet you they would be on her ass so much that literally any little thing they'd be like, no, that's against what you signed in the contract on, you know, Proposition A, B, C 1, that she would have never seen anywhere close to $12 million. Like, that's just insane that they like threw out that number, because obviously that's not realistic. It's not.
Yeah, and I think that's why they said like over the course of like 3 years that you would see that.
She probably wouldn't even see close to it still.
Yeah.
Like it would be, oh well, this clause was broken in, you know, this segment, so we had to deduct $10,000. Like I already know. 100%.
Oh yeah, he'd be playing some sneaky shit as always.
Sneaky shit. Well, like obviously, I mean, Dave talked about how like sketchy his team seemed and his lawyers seemed. He was like, yeah, none of this is making sense. Like,
right.
What? So,
yeah. Bye, Zach. Good luck with your life, because everyone freaking hates you now.
Yeah. Oh my God. But I did see, like, when he posted his new song, I, like, did read through the comments. Bro, people were like, oh my God, love it. You're so good. And I'm like, who the hell are these people? Get out.
Do you read the room?
Get out.
Do you know what's happening right now?
Like, insane, crazy, like, wild. Yeah. Okay, anywho, moving on from that. But I do have to say, it's been hilarious to see all of the other TikToks that people are posting, like, in support of Brie. I've seen some hilarious ones where, like, one lady was like, hey, this is for Rihanna. I don't know if you're gonna see this, but funny story, like, about her and her boyfriend moving in together. They didn't have a door in their bathroom. And, of course, they, like, just moved in together. You don't want to do your business where other people can hear you, you know? Like, you want to be able to close the door. So they used to play Zach Bryan's album while they took a dump so that they couldn't hear each other take a dump. So she literally was like, yeah, now we just associate any song that Zach Bryan sings with taking a shit. So I hope that makes you feel better.
Perfect. Literally, you know it before me.
I was like, that's hilarious.
No, yeah. The TikToks have been outrageous.
So good.
All of this, yeah.
Great content, honestly. Yeah. Okay, but yeah, moving on. I do kind of want to jump into a quick little fashion segment here. But Vogue's December 2024 issue was not edited by Anna Wintour. And this is the first time ever that any Vogue magazine, especially like Vogue US, because Vogue US is like the top dog of any Vogue, has not been edited by the Vogue editor, which is insane. And definitely, I think, a move to I almost think that they're potentially like playing with the idea of, because obviously eventually Anna Wintour is going to have to be replaced, and she probably knows that her time is coming. You know, she's been editor of Vogue US for decades. Decades, and like she's done it so well. But I kind of think that they might be toying with the idea of, okay, instead of maybe like transitioning her like now immediately, or like finding someone kind of like super worthy. And I know that there's like a list of people that, you know, would be in line for that job when the time comes, but I think that they're almost like gonna see if this works, where they can just bring in like guest editors for different issues. You know, like whether it be people in like the fashion industry. I mean, of course it'll be people within the fashion industry, but like different designers like having different issues. And so for December they had Marc Jacobs, right? Yeah, Marc Jacobs. It's like Marc Jacobs edited December to like this issue. Kaya Gerber was on the cover. And I watched like this whole basically like tiny mini documentary of like the making of it, and like him being in charge and like being the editor, and like some of his ideas and like why he chose to do certain things. I did not watch the full thing, but like there were some really, really cool insights. So obviously like he knew immediately that he wanted Anna Wintour to be on the cover, and she turned that down immediately. She was like, no, moving on, like next. So he was like, okay, next bet, I want Kaya Gerber. And so, of course, like with Vogue, I feel like they do like multiple covers, but like one really lands on the magazine, but then they like utilize the other covers in other aspects. So what I thought was really cool was like this issue was very artistic, and there were like a lot of people are saying like Vogue kind of moved away from being like more just like art and like, you know, more into like an actual like fashion news outlet. And so he had one of the covers like fully commissioned by an artist. Like it's a painted cover of Kaya Gerber. So cool. Thought that was super interesting. And then another thing that he brought back, he kind of like said that this like certain aspect was one of the reasons like he fell in love with Vogue, was, you know, doing a lot of the like beauty, you know, editorials. So like talking about, you know, just different beauty tips or like beauty trends, and like Vogue's kind of moved away from that in the past couple of years, but he was like that was one of his favorite things, was to like, oh, segments about lashes, segments about nails. And so like those are the two topics that he covered kind of like throughout the piece. And I just thought it was so cool that Vogue did that for the first time. And like I think that would be such a neat thing that they could like carry on and kind of like continue to do, and just bring in different designers, different people of the industry that, you know, obviously have a lot of pull and have been in the industry for so long, that have like something to give. And so it just makes me excited for like kind of the future of Vogue magazine.
Yeah, I would even like that, just to give it like a different touch. Like, not that like it has been obviously not bad in the past, but just like, you know, having like special guests come in and do this edition or this or that, and it not be Anna Wintour all the time. I mean, like you said, her time is coming. Like, I don't know how she still does all she does. Like, that is freaking crazy, like what she does. So I'm curious to really like look into this and see it, because I would love like the tutorial things, or going like in depth on some things that you never see on freaking Vogue. I feel like sometimes Vogue is so like high level, I'm almost like, wait, what? Like, I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna read this. But like, I feel like when you give it to like someone like Marc Jacobs, and like just going on and on with people like that, it'll interest like a lot of people to like tune in to a certain edition. So I think it'll reach like a brand new audience.
So I'm very excited, and I just thought that was super neat. Especially for like the US Vogue to do it, because again, it's just like it's held to such like a higher level compared to the other branches.
Right.
That because I feel like a lot of other places do that and like bring in like, you know, guest editors but US has never done that. So
Right.
thought that was super neat. And
I'm excited to like
cool.
follow along that. I was not aware of that until you put it in the notes.
Oh yeah, definitely go check out, like, go to Vogue.com and read through the article, because I it's just like such a cool thing, because you know, Marc Jacob, he was like, I don't know if I want to do it. He was like scared, and then he was like, he like took the weekend to think about it, and he was like, if I did not do this, like I would regret it and I would hate myself for the rest of my life. Like, I'm given
That's an opportunity you can't pass
once in a lifetime opportunity to be able to do this, and like no one will ever be able to, you know, like not many people ever know or like will ever be able to
have
experience
the opportunity.
and like basically walk in Anna Wintour's shoes. Like, not many people can do that. So
how old is Anna? Do we know?
She's probably like in her 70s. Let's see.
God, I hope I am so retired by then.
Yeah, she's 75.
Holy cow. Wow, sister.
75.
That's crazy.
And she looks great.
Yeah, she does. She does, even though I feel like she wears sunglasses half the time, if not all the time. So.
She says it's her uniform, so it also hides her expression, because she is like, she always says like she
probably,
cannot
like, talks with her eyes.
She cannot hide her expression, so that's why she wears sunglasses, so that, you know, if she really hates something, like, people can't photograph it and be like, you know, Anna Wintour's face at, you know, some show. So
maybe I should start wearing sunglasses all the time. But like, that's not gonna hide my face. My face is still gonna be like.
I also just think it's cool, like, her, like, backstory, too. I mean, she's just such, like, an intriguing and interesting person. And, like, anything that kind of comes out about her, like, I'm just so intrigued. Because, like, obviously when she was younger, she was, you know, very hot in the fashion scene and, like, dressed impeccable and just, like, you know, wasn't afraid to take risks. And then when she kind of stepped into the role of editor-in-chief of Vogue, she adapted her uniform. So, like, a lot of people look at her and they're like, oh, why does she have any say in the fashion industry when, like, you know, she's not dressing to the trends? But it's because, like, she does that for a reason. Basically, like, she doesn't want to, like, lean into or, like, play almost like favoritism, or, like, obviously she has a style, but, like, she is there to be basically like a non-bias and, like, you know, pave the way and report on, like, what is in, what is not, like, the upcoming shit. And I just, like, honestly, that's kind of genius. Like, she has her uniform.
100%.
She plays the neutral.
She always has, like, a story
field
behind it.
Yeah.
Like, you always have a reasoning behind every single step she makes in this life.
It's crazy.
Yeah, no, she's amazing. But excited to see where that goes with Vogue. And hopefully, like, that girl can, like, chill out and have some time to herself.
She probably never will.
No,
if we're being
probably
honest.
hate nothing more than that.
God.
If we're being honest.
Couldn't be me.
But you have Sabrina Carpenter on here of all her Grammy nominations. That's crazy. I mean, this girl, I think she's gonna sweep it, and I think she's gonna take home so many. I really do.
I hope that she does.
I mean,
hope.
I need to see, like, who she's running against.
I mean, it's all it's all of, like, the hot top people right now. I mean, she's in some categories with Beyonce, some with Taylor, some with all of these crazy people.
Yeah, and it's gonna be crazy if she, like, wins it over Taylor. I'll be like, holy cow. But, like, I think she has the chance. I kind of think
that I kind of think that she better, because it's like, okay, at this point, like, come on, like, someone else needs to be recognized for their talent.
Right.
And I do truly think that, granted, I guess I'm not on, like, Swiftie side, on, like, Swiftie Talk and all of that, but I really truly think that her album has probably streamed more or just like played more. It's on the radio more. It is literally constantly played, and everyone knows it, even if they listen to pop, even if they listen to like to it or not. Every single person knows half of the songs on her album just because of how much that they're played and how much I feel like that they're loved, and like how much other people cover them too. That
she just comes out with songs that are just like fun going out songs, or get your girlfriend together, or you're cruising around in the car. Like I love Taylor Swift. I love the music she comes out with, but hers is more like mellow, obviously like almost breakup oriented, like just more like down to earth. And I feel like even in the summer that, you know, we just got out of is like you're listening to Sabrina Carpenter and like all her music.
Well, and what I love is like literally someone described her music as almost it took her 5 minutes to write it, but then you break the song apart and you realize how insanely complex the music and the song and like the actual like lyric writing and all of the layers that like went into every single song. And so like Jack Antonoff did Please 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 with her, and they literally have a full-on orchestra, like and it's so covered though that like if you break the song apart, you literally hear like a full orchestra of like it's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, I know nothing about music, but like
no, me neither.
There's no way, and
genius.
She like, better.
Even within her lyrics,
it's insane.
It's almost giving like a baby Taylor Swift. Like it's getting, you learn this from Taylor Swift, and you've been taking her tips, and like you've been doing this and that, because like it is so good that it's like, this is crazy that like you will even be able to freaking do this. Like, I mean, her lyrics are just amazing. There is one thing which I feel like I get some hate like for saying. I love her. I love her concert. But I feel like so many people have been like just like so sexual, where I'm just like, okay, like,
yeah,
come on.
I'm like I don't agree, but
no, I know you wouldn't agree. I know you wouldn't agree with that whatsoever.
Yeah.
But it's just like, even like some of the songs, I'm like, oh my god. But I mean, they're so good. They're so good. And like, it's just, no, I feel like my mom right now. I'm like, oh my
just
god.
about to say. You're turning more into your mom day by day.
My mom literally tells me that every single freaking day, and I'm like, yeah, I know, Mom.
I definitely see where you're coming from, but I also do kind of feel like she does it in such like a comedic relief that like I think it's like appreciated more, because I don't think people are looking at it like, oh, she is like literally being so sexy and like disgusting. It's like, honestly,
it is funny.
It's like that's hilarious. That's like, hell yeah, like bring back that pop, like bring back pop music, and like all of just like the one-liners, like the crazy lyrics, but like it works, and it's like honestly it's inappropriate, but it's really not that inappropriate, and like that's what I love.
It's the one-liners that just like come out of nowhere, where I'm just like, are you kidding me? Like, oh my gosh, her music is just like amazing. And like the lyrics, I feel like every day I like look more and more into it, and then I'm like,
I'm still listening to her album. Like I literally listened to it on the way home from work. Still. And I just love it.
Yeah,
I love
she's
it.
Amazing.
She's amazing,
really, and I love everything about it.
I really truly hope she does sweep the Grammys. I think that she will.
I feel like there's no way she doesn't.
Yeah.
Like, I wonder, is Chappell Roan up for any?
Yeah.
I hope not.
Yeah, Chappell, Charlie XCX.
No way. Oh, I forgot about Charlie.
Yeah.
Damn, this is gonna be a hard one.
No, it truly is.
Yeah. Yeah. Or like, I wonder, like, Benson Boone, he was freaking huge. Like, I always forget, because when is the cutoff?
Could not tell you.
is her new album within the, you know what I
For
mean?
what?
For like the running, because you have to.
Yeah, because she was
the
nominated.
Grammys is from like a year before.
Yeah,
if
no,
that makes
it's because
sense.
so you're nominated. So, like, if it wasn't eligible, she wouldn't have been nominated.
Okay, but it's for her album.
It's
not
for like a whole
singles?
bunch of different stuff. I know, like, there are some singles, like, either Espresso or Please, Please, Please. I know that she's in the running for Album of the Year. So, yeah, I guess her whole album.
Holy cow. Let me look up who's in Album of the Year.
I mean, for sure Taylor Swift. I think Beyonce.
Okay, so it's oh wow. Beyonce, Andre 3000.
I know it's there's also one category where it's the first time ever only female artists are nominated in like one category. I forget what it is.
Oh wow.
And it's like
Yeah,
all just
Beyonce,
all female.
Andre 3000, I don't know who that is. Jacob Kohler, don't know who that is. Sabrina Carpenter, Taylor Swift, Chappell Roan, Charlie XCX, and Billie Eilish. God dang.
Yeah.
That's gonna be crazy. I mean, we've got to tune into that.
I'm also just such an underdog like I root for the underdog every time. So I'm like such a like I want that, like I want the person that always wins to like not win this time.
Yeah. No, I agree. Taylor, you've already won. Beyonce, get the hell off of me. Come on. You gotta get off. I'm over it. I'm over you. I'm over
Diddy. I'm just kidding.
No, literally. Like, thanks, Beyonce. You hold the music in. No, she doesn't.
Yeah.
She sucks.
Yeah.
Anyways, moving on
Yes.
to our next topic.
Yes.
So I'm just gonna touch on it really quick. I'm excited to host Friendsgiving.
Uh-huh.
And I've been getting, because this year, like every year, I'm obviously gonna have like a new theme.
Uh-huh.
So this year is more like, you'll be proud, like colorful.
Thank God.
Floral.
Okay. Thank God.
Like colorful florals. It's giving very much like anthro. Or
Okay,
that's what
cute.
I wanted.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hoping.
Yeah,
So,
cute.
That's the inspo. But I'm just like buying like so many like vases and candle holders, and like, you know, sometimes the stuff's like not cheap,
Mm-hmm.
but I keep telling myself like I'm gonna use it like year after year, and like I'm just building my hosting collection. you
Yeah.
know? And like half the time, like I can use those camera holders like on my dining table if I want to make like a cute little candle
Centerpiece.
floral arrangement. Yeah.
Cute.
Yeah. So I'm very excited about that. I'm gonna get all my flowers from Trader Joe's, but I'm just a little nervous about making the floral arrangements. I mean, let's not forget about floral design in high school that I absolutely dominated. Anyways, but yeah, that's my only like they better look freaking
They
good
will.
and full, but not at like a heavy price, you
Yeah.
know? Because like if you buy the right flowers, it can be full on a budget.
Yeah,
you know.
especially just like greenery. Greenery, like you have to
Yeah.
rely on filler. You have to rely on greenery.
Yeah. So I'm so excited for that. So
Good.
obviously be watching my Instagram for all the updates on that.
Love it.
And I think I'm going to try my hardest. Don't hold me to it. I think I'm going to try my hardest to like vlog.
Oh, it's so
Like,
hard. It's so hard,
it's so
especially
hard.
when
No
you're
one-
hosting.
No one realizes like how hard vlogging is in general to like make sure you're getting all the good things. But like you said, on a day where there's so much, you have to host, you have to set up, you know, you have to make sure, you know, the ham's in the
Mhm.
oven, you have to get yourself ready. So we'll see, but I really want to do it because like I want the memory, and then I
Yeah.
really want to try to get like everyone or like a good group of people of me to record being like, what are you grateful for?
Oh,
Because like
cute.
my friend my friend Tara, and she's like due next month. So like she's having a baby, and then like a lot of our friends got married this past year, and it's just like it would be a cool thing to look back on and being like what everyone's grateful for. And it's like, oh my god, like, this was Friendsgiving in 2024. So that's the goal. I have to make it happen.
Yeah, you have to. You have to.
Yeah. So I'm excited to see all of that, and hopefully it it comes together, you know?
It will. It will. I know it will. It's going to look so good.
Thank you.
So very good.
But I think you said you're potentially hosting New Year's.
Yeah, so...
This is obviously a new thing.
Everyone this weekend was like, so Nashville for New Year's. And I was like, okay.
You've got to be kidding me.
What?
Like, Louisiana people are saying Nashville for New Year's. Oh, I can't miss it. What do you mean?
Everyone was saying it. So who knows if it's actually going to happen, but everyone was like, so Nashville for New Year's. Nashville for New Year's. And I'm like, okay, I just need to know so that I can, like, figure out a plan.
Okay, can me and Kristen come?
Yeah. The more the merrier.
I'm being so
No, I'm being dead ass. The more the merrier. Might as well go out with even a bigger bang.
No, we have to. That'll be so fun.
Will it though? Honestly, I do have to say.
Why are you so hesitant?
Well, because I was gonna say New Year's is one of those holidays that this year I was gonna be like, no, I think that I potentially want to do a chill New Year's because every New Year's it just always is terrible, horrible.
Well, we can, and I don't know how many people would be willing, but we could always do it in Fort Worth. We're trying to think about going to Texas Live because they have this like huge event going on, and Texas Live is so much freaking fun. And like the amount of people they can fit in Texas Live, like, you know, where sometimes like ticketed events, it's like, okay, there's like nobody here.
Yeah.
Like this is not fun. This is not what I was expecting. Like, what the heck? So we were thinking about going to Texas Live because I think the tickets are like $40, and then if you want to include like drink tickets, it's like $95. It's like, yeah, like it can get pricier with drinks, but I'm like, that's not like awful.
No.
But I'm totally willing to cancel all these plans to go to Nashville.
Yeah, there's potential. I
just need to know so I can like book my flight now.
Yeah, I know that was one thing. It was like, okay, in the next week or so needs to be decided because everyone was like, we have to book our flights. So
yeah, because flights are gonna be insane.
Mm-hmm. Yep, they will be.
Okay, it's Nashville. It's gonna be so fun. Texas Live's out the door.
I was gonna say, honestly, it's easier for me if it's in Nashville.
No, yeah. Oh my god, I'm already thinking about outfits. Like, I can go all out.
Yeah.
All out.
Yeah. So there's that. And then to wrap up the podcast, Pookie and Jet are having their baby literally by the time this comes out.
As we speak.
They will have had their baby. So I'm very intrigued to see what name they pick because there's a whole lot of speculation because at their baby shower there was like peas all over the place, but their last name is Puckett. And so a lot of people were like, is it a P name? Like, a lot of people were like, Penelope. It has to be Penelope. Like, Penelope Puckett. So cute. But then there's just, like, all these speculations. People are like, no, they wouldn't ever do PP, like, for the initial. Like, that's dumb. So, we'll see. I'm very intrigued. I do feel like it's going to be a very, very, very girly name, which I love. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I'm invested in this. I cannot wait for her to like post that she's had the baby.
I know.
I feel like when you have that big of a following, you don't show your baby's face.
I don't think that they're going to be posting their baby.
Which, do you ever think that sometimes like crazy or no? Are you on the train of like not posting?
I feel like it's to an extent of like, I get where people are coming from. But honestly, I'm sorry, it only makes sense if you're a celebrity. Like, or if it only makes 100%. Sense if you have a huge following, because I get it. There are some disgusting people out there. But, like, I also know people that are literally average Joes, like, below average Joes, like,
Yeah.
and they are like, don't post my children, which, like, why? Like, I'm confused. Anywho,
I know.
not my, like, not
Yeah.
my place. Like,
Yeah.
you parent the way that you want to parent. But, like, I feel like I would just post mine.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I even have friends that
I
are
just-
like, I wouldn't post my kids. I'm like, I get it, but I don't know.
But what, I guess my thing is, like, for what? Because, like, you don't want people seeing them. You don't want their picture on the internet. Like,
Yeah.
what's
Like,
the reasoning behind it?
Seeing them, sexualizing them, because, again, there's freaks out there. There are
Yeah.
freaks. I mean, yeah, just, like, they don't, I mean, the argument is a lot of people are like, they don't have, like, they're not giving their consent to, like, be posted. Like, they don't have a say. They can't say no.
Yeah.
So that's why.
But it should, yeah.
Get a hole.
It just gets to the point of when, like, how many pictures are you gonna post of you and your baby with, like, a teddy bear over their face, you know?
Yeah. Well, I'm also like, then just don't post it. Like, I actually don't want to see your child with an emoji on their face. I don't.
Right.
I actually don't want to see that.
I think that's even weirder. if
Me
I'm being so
too.
honest.
Me too. Because then
I'm
it's
like,
just like their body, and I'm like, or like they're blurred out, and I'm just like, so then don't post that picture.
yeah. So
The end. Period. The
Weird.
end.
yeah. But I'm very curious about their name. I almost feel like I see it being very girly, but I also see it being very, like, an olden name.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, like it definitely an older generation name that, like, isn't as common. Yeah. Wait, would you post your kids?
I mean, yeah, I don't see. I
truly. This is.
guess it just depends where I am. I'm not a mom, so I don't.
So true.
I don't know. Like, when you have a huge following, like. But the thing is so much of these, like, lifestyle, you know, TikTokers, vloggers, like, people follow you and continue to follow you because
you're
relatable
posting.
now that you're a mom, and it's like you're not posting, like, really any of I don't know.
Yeah.
And I know it's a sensitive subject, but I just, like,
Yeah.
I don't see, it seems like you're just, like, hiding such a big part of your life. And, like, I feel like it's a different story. Well, actually, no, not really. Even for, like, celebrities, when your kid's, like, 5 years old and hasn't seen the light of day, no one knows what that kid looks like or their name or anything.
Well,
I'm just like,
so the one thing with, like, celebrities, there are laws against if your kid hasn't been posted online, paparazzi cannot take a picture of your child. If the child,
really?
yeah, so there's a law, like, in place in the U.S. In other countries, they're, like, I know in Australia, they don't have this law. It's a free-for-all. Like, they can publish your child whether or not you've posted them or not.
okay,
Or, like,
so that
release
makes more
them out.
sense.
But in the U.S.,
Yeah.
if you're, let's say, Kim Kardashian, okay, and let's say that there's never been, like, a photo there's never been a photo of North. Or, okay, we can actually talk about Courtney and Rocky, or whatever, what's his name? Rocky 13? Yeah. Rocky. They haven't posted a picture of Rocky's face yet. And so that means, like, when they go out in public, they're, like, paparazzi, they can, I think, yes, if they get a shot, they are just, like, they're literally not allowed to release it. They're not allowed to sell it.
Yeah.
They're not allowed to do anything with it, or else they will literally face legal charges.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I can agree with that, and I can see to an extent of, like, because I'm always just like, how has no one seen this kid? How does no one have pictures of
It's
this
because
kid?
they
But-
literally are not allowed to, like,
Yeah,
release it.
makes
There's
sense.
probably pictures, but, like, they're just holding on to it, and, like, or deleted them, like, can't do anything with them. So,
Right. No,
Kinda
my
crazy.
kid's going to be so cute, like, I'm going to have to post it.
see, I also feel like I would post my kid, but honestly, I probably feel like I would barely post my kid.
Well, yeah, it's still gonna be like kind of about me, you know? No, I don't know. I feel like you would never know until like you're in the situation and you're a mother, which I'm not.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, very true.
Who knows?
Obviously, very, very true. But
yes,
yeah.
But excited about Pookie. Cannot
Me
wait
too.
to see what the baby girl's name is, and just I'm excited to just see like all the little baby stuff because I feel like they're just such like a bougie family that I just know that girl's gonna be. I mean, she probably already has her first Birkin.
They're
sitting in the closet.
probably.
Like, Jesus Christ.
Their relationship, I'm just like, there's nothing like their relationship.
No, but like sometimes it weirds me out.
Same. But
like
honestly, what I would do to be in her shoe, like honestly, to be treated like that.
To have a man absolutely
just literally
cherish
the ground that you walk on.
Yeah. Yeah.
That man like lives for her.
Yeah. Oh, I can't wait to find that.
I mean,
one day.
Damn. Okay, but anywho, I think that we've yapped for long enough. Thanks for listening to this week's episode, and we'll see you next week. Love y'all.
Bye, guys.